major technical gremlins here. I think something's going on with Twitch shutting down my stuff there, but we'll work through this. Watching John Boy warming up the tyres. Got quite a gap, Pat. Davo. Oh, okay. They've sorted themselves out now.
Yes, they just wind their way down the back section of the circuit. Yeah, sorry for the technical gremlins, viewers. I hope we're live. I hope you can see us as the boys just start to grid up this final part of the whole procession lap. As I'm just seeing the back down there, actually a couple of the foam signs going down, which is not ideal, but yeah, as the boys size things up, they come down, actually they're all sort of got their stuff together and they're coming into the final turn. This is where they got to make it count.
So Luke Crompton just coming around the outside there. They're going to grid up here. Just panned out, cars coming towards the cameras there. Big field, huge field.
Yeah, and as we see McDonald go, we've got a green light, round 1, Series 1, GT4s and Asrnz. First turn, Nurburgring.
Oh, yeah. John doing a beautiful job there down into 1.
Too easily, yeah. The boys give each other plenty of room all the way back through the field.
Aztec with a big lunge down the inside, but Bromley holds position there. And Jeff Burst not far behind him there either. As they all filter through turns 3, 4.
They do. And a real rhythm track, Nurburg. It's, the boys will want to really settle down and get out of any ensuing battles and just really get the tyres up to 10 as nice as they can. It'll obviously help with the way they wear, so they're always very conscious not to get into too much strife.
Yep, just picked up on Farmer there, Davo, in the other BMW. He was the other late change. Didn't quite qualify as well as JB, but I think he'll be strong in the race. Currently sitting P9, so...
Yeah, well, Farmer started out of the top 10.
He did.
I'm pretty sure. So he's done really well to get up where he is. Damien Jones started in 8th and he's up into 5th. So there's already some movement in the back end of the top 10 there. And obviously, just as they come around to the back section of the circuit here.
Oh, Farmer with a run wide.
Oh, a little bit of a run wide there. Obviously, we are still very bunched. First
cost
lap.
at 1 spot, Davo.
Did forfeit a spot there. So just watch John McDonald just come up into the final turn, 15 here.
Got quite a gap.
Already, he has definitely stamped his authority on this. Luke Compton, not too far behind. Aztec with a battle on his hands. But has Jeff Burrs applying a blowtorch to the back of that Jim's Mower and Aston. So...
Oh, very good awareness there.
Now, Damien Jones he's done really well to come from 8th and tuck that blue BMW right up in behind that battle there, actually, gentlemen. That's nice disciplined work from Damien to get his way through the field. We got Mr. McIndoe not far behind, with Steve Melling right behind him as well. So.
Yep, right. Yep. No, that's a pretty willing pack, and I see Farmer's got, he has got Aaron Enright and Jake McKellar right on his tail.
Yes, and obviously Farmer being out of the seat for a while, he's been giving me a hand up here in the comms box, but so he's right in the thick of it, and these guys are seasoned, mid-pack runners, like these guys don't take no prisoners. So
yeah,
Farmer will be definitely feeling the pressure, I'd say, as that group of 4 cars there just rolls up to the Schumacher S's, I think this is called, the Michael Schumacher S. And
Yep,
yeah,
very
well,
nice.
beautiful,
Just-
beautifully presented cars.
I just see chicks in the mail, possibly Castrol, Aston and Stevo. They're
Yeah,
just ranging
possibly.
up on the back of Jarkus Jones there, bro.
Of Jonesy, yeah. So what's happened there?
Stevo's got a bit of a move on.
Yeah, so McIndoe's gone up. That's what happened. Oh, because McIndoe was between
Oh, he's
Burst and Burst. So he's got round Burst.
Yes.
McIndoe's got round Burst. We missed that. But Jones now, so Burst is struggling there. And look how close Melling is now. Look at this little fight going on.
might just go on board there with Stevo.
Yeah, I'd sort of just come back to him. I mean, he's been pedaling really tidily in the Aston, but that little pack just definitely came back and fell in his lap there. And you only got to look back about 20 metres, and you've got that Cameron Mays, Farmer, Jack McKellar, and Aaron Enright battle, and it's hot. It's hot. Oh, mate.
Big window's open.
And Wilton's off. That's Farmer off as well. So
Just pick up on that replay there. So Farmer's tagged the back of Ashley there. Just stayed off the racing line, laid off track. Just giving a redress at the moment to Ashley, which he's done.
yeah,
But in the interim, he's been gobbled up by
Yeah.
Bear Grylls and Glitzers putting a heap of pressure on him as well.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah.
unfortunate for those guys.
yeah. Kitchen's way too hot for Farmer there.
Yep.
Definitely had to get out. And yeah, did a little bit of an untidy exit again. He's obviously struggling with that tyre and just finding that balance. And again, out wide the marbles there, and maybe even a little bit of sand on that exit. So who are we looking at there now?
So I just flicked the camera just up the front to see John and just see what his last lap was. And his last lap was a 5.841 versus a 6.228. So he's got a good 4/10 of pace per lap on the next guy behind him, which is Luke Crompton, who's got a little bit of gap.
And
back
no
to
one
Aztec.
else doing 05s.
No, there's not.
You know, he's just, like I said, just stamped his authority on this race, and the guy is sick. We just
He's
talked
crook
to him
as
in
a
the
dog,
comms,
mate. So
yeah, awesome effort from Jono there.
yeah, it's
Luke Compton, you know, like, although he's, you know, quite a few car lengths back, mate, you know, they're given the smallest mistake, I'm sure he'll be all over the back of McDonald's car, and as would Aztec, not too far behind the Aston. So, yeah, just watch that space that could
Jesus.
change over the course of the race as we go back into the McIndoe wide.
gathers it up.
Burst, so we missed the McIndoe pass on Burst, but we picked this one up, and that's put Melling and Jones past him.
Oh, that
he'll
could be
dirty.
filthy.
Oh, won't he?
As we see the pit window just open there, Davo.
We do. Burst is probably breathing a sigh of relief. I bet he will just so want to focus now and try and keep his shit together and really move forward. And he needs a gap. Because he's quick.
He does.
Yes.
Hey, so just looking at Pete Atsey is on the march in the Aston Martin, putting lots of pressure on Gunther Rowe. I've just seen that he was looking pretty racy on his Delta, but he's now in behind Gunther. So Pete up to P11, which is a solid effort already, and the car looks good through the Schumacher S's.
It does. Both the Astons and the Mercs very pokey in a straight line. Got plenty of grunt under the bonnet. That big motors in the front of those things. Probably might struggle a little bit here and there, but definitely some punch down the straights. Perfect place for these cars to run.
So just pick.
Car, that Merc looks fantastic, actually, just quietly, gentlemen.
It
I'm
does.
a bit of a fan of the old three-pointed star there, but and that car, what lovely livery. As we just watched Aspie get that big tank slapper and pops it
Into
into the
pits.
pits.
Okay, might just
So
where's
just
our
get
mouse? Might just grab a replay on that.
We'll replay on that because he unfortunately breached the blend lines.
Oh dear.
Lane entries there, which is unfortunate. Probably just a bit hefty on the old brake pedal or on the back off, and that car did not like it.
Oh, yeah, that's a shocker. It'll be interesting to see how race control rules on that, because what we do know is there's a big shift in the rules this season around certain scenarios. So
he's just been out and out of the pits with an extremely slow pit stop. Wilson's now coming in. We've got also Carlo, aka Racing Wheel, coming behind him as well. So these boys, this is where we see what strategies these guys are going to be running. And Wilson, slow. I didn't think these guys would be taking tyres.
no, I didn't think they would either.
Because they can't take fuel.
And
slow.
very slow. Both of them, actually.
BK in.
Okay, BK.
No. Oh, sorry. No, hang on. Hang on. That bugged out. So anyway, sorry. My mistake.
You're right.
Troy Wilson out. Carlo out. Okay, so we'll have to keep an eye on that and just see where these boys all equalise. Just looking at whose Camaro is that I just caught on screen there? It looks like a smash crab. That's Ryan Goldbranson's car. Just get a camera over on that thing.
Bonnet's up, Davo.
I'm surprised that thing's still running. Look at the state of the front of that car. The back of it's had a fair kick in the ass as well. So
yeah,
I'm sure he'd be looking for a pit lane entry pretty keenly at the moment.
Yep, we've got Cameron May in.
Cameron May coming in here, so let's just see what these do. Look, I was just under the impression, Dan, man, that these boys, if they're filled to the end and the tyres are wearing okay, they'll just pop this thing on the jacks and basically drop it back off, and they're good to go. Is that, am I wrong? I just thought that there was the way they could roll.
Yeah, we know that it's about a 4-second average stop. 3.5's very impressive, so if we just have a look. Just
to get it on the jacks and drop it back off. Oh,
he's had to reverse up.
Ooh, ouch. That would have felt like about 5 minutes backing that thing up then.
17-second stop for Cameron May, just will not cut it.
Brutal. I think some of these races, and we see it in the GT3s a lot, obviously, how much time can be made or lost in the pit stops. But I think when the guys get their head around this format on these CP races, mate, if they don't get it right, it's going to be some big position changes in pits.
Yeah, so no one really able to go with John McDonald at this point. Almost approaching a 3-second lead, 2.7 seconds, and climbing.
Yeah, very tidy.
Aztec falling back into the clutches of Jeffro. Aztec actually looking like he's sliding the car quite a bit, which I find interesting, given that these guys, like you said, Davo, they won't take a tyre. They'll be looking for a stop-go, basically, up on the jack, back down, gone. We saw guys practicing during the week on Tuesday night, and we know that 3.5 to 4 seconds is about the standard time to get it done. If you got a good crew and you're on the money, so.
Yeah, and given, now we're talking about got the guys that are going to run a no tyre change race, and we're at what 42 minutes to run. In this race. Yeah. So, and it is a stretch, and like you touched on, it's a surprise to see any of them sliding them around, because they would want to be so disciplined on just the on the tyre, like so careful to keep it in check, So so we watched that little group. That's like two little bunches of cars that sort of all punched together. We did talk about Burst having to get a bit of a gap on that Jones and the little crew behind him there, once he got that little golden, he slipped through there.
Yeah.
As Jones made a mistake, but oh no, it was McIntyre.
It was McIntyre, yeah.
Yes, and he's put his head down, he's taken off, he's right up behind Aztec now, and Jones and Co dropped back a little, so...
Jake McKellar putting a lot of bloody heat on the other Camaro of Aaron Enright. And the Fanatec sponsored Camaro, the 96 car, so there's a fair old battle going on here. I just jump on board with actually Jake McKellar putting a lot of pressure. So we'll sit on his right shoulder, watch a little bit of wheel work, watch a bit of footwork.
Yeah, nice and smooth, and I mean it's the way you've got to drive these GT4 cars. They just don't have the tyre and aero packages of a GT3 car, I believe, gentlemen, and they're just going to be pedalled a little bit gentler. You need to be nice to it.
Yep, they do move around, as you see Aaron with a big slide coming out of the chicane. Jake just sitting in there looking for a mistake. He gets a good run on here, tucks in behind that big brick. He may get a look down the inside if he pressures Aaron under brakes down here. He shows the nose out nice and early, drops back in behind, a little fake, and actually runs out quite wide, probably looking to cut back down and see if he can get some drive out of here, as he does.
And it's the perfect part of the track. This particular section of the track was put in, I think, in the 80s or something to promote more passing on the track. So it's definitely delivers, as we see Gunther just getting doored side by side with McKellar there through the middle section of that little complex of corners there. So
just grab a quick replay on that. He's right up there. I didn't see him. I was too busy watching Jake attacking Aaron to notice that Gunther was having a go. So Gunther's really taken to the GT4s, I think.
He has, and he's probably in a more superior mark. Well, personally, I think, because I'm a bit of a Merc fan, but he's got the two Camaros in front of him, the two American bits of metal, and we know the Merc is a pretty tidy piece of kit. So I think he's got the upper hand here if he can just get some space up beside one of these guys. But tidy stuff from all there.
So once again, just looking up and down the lap board there, Davo, John McDonald, the only guy in the field to run a 5 last lap with a 5.970. The rest of the guys either in the 6s or the 7s, but most of the field close to him are in the 7s. So he is just, I can't sort of stress how good a job the guy is doing. Considering he's sick, he's just a class above at the moment. 3.86 seconds up on Luke Compton, who did put the car on the front row, only a 10th and a quarter off of the time that John did. So, you know, 1 lap pace. Clearly Cromley had something for John, but in race trim, John has just taken to this Beamer so well.
That's fantastic. It's very solid on track, doing really well. I just see Damien Jones just pop into the pits quickly.
Yep, okay.
We are at 37 minutes to go. Oh, he's backing it up.
He's back. Oh, that is going to cost him huge.
Oh, mate.
I'm just going to grab him. Grab him because he'll be filthy.
I'll be back in a second.
Where is he? So we'll just grab Jarkus down to the booth. Damien, aka Jarkus Jones, you will be filthy with that stop, wouldn't you?
Yes, a recurrent theme for me, I think.
Yeah, you're not the only one already that we've seen do that, mate, so there'll be plenty more of that, and I suspect a fair bit of bloody practice at some point during the early parts of the week to iron that shit out, because you were running really strong. We watched you come from 8th on the grid, up to 5th really early and put lots of pressure on, lots of guys, good battle packs going on, but Jesus, to have to hook reverse in a stop like that, we know if you get it right, it's around 3.5 to 4.5 seconds, it's got to hurt.
Yeah, it was a bit of a bummer. It was a good little battle there, but I lost my concentration there for the last lap or two with Steve-O behind me.
Right.
But yeah, that pit's totally screwed that up now, so
Oh,
see where I come out.
Head down, mate, see what you can make out of your lap times, and hopefully it comes back to you. Still a lot of time left in this one, bud, so all the best, eh?
Yep, thanks guys.
Good work, mate.
Thanks, David.
As we just let Damien get back to work in the in the BMW there.
Cromley in, Davo.
We see Luke Cromlin in. We see Gunther Rowe coming in. These are the top cars.
Can you do a count on Gunther's, and I'll do a count on this Crompo car?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Just see. Okay, so. Twelve seconds won't cut it. I can tell you now, if John's got his pit crew on form like he did Tuesday, he'll do a lot better than 12 seconds. So that, I might just...
4.5 seconds for Gunther.
Wow. Well, so I might just grab...
4.5, 5 seconds, mate. Just smashed it.
I might just grab Luke.
That's what
Actually, no, we'll grab
expecting,
Gunther.
wasn't it?
Just welcome Gunther to the box as he's just exiting pit lane. You got comms on us, Gunther?
He's really trying to battle there. Just put it quietly, gentlemen. Just let
okay, we'll
that play run its course there.
He's right on the back of Farmer.
Car looks fantastic. Nice work, Gunther.
Alright, he clearly can't talk to us at the moment, but we just dragged him down here just to give him a bit of wraps on his pit stop, because that was an incredible stop, was around the number that we thought guys could complete. So if you can hear us, mate, well done.
Yeah, sorry mate, yeah, okay.
Yeah, hey, look, incredible stop, mate. We're seeing a lot of guys upwards of 10, 12 seconds not getting that right, so you obviously did your homework and got that one right, so well done, mate. And you got a good pack in front of you to battle.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, mate, she's all on.
Yeah, no, good work. Head down, mate. Focus on that guys in front. You got some competition up there, so good luck, mate.
Yeah, well done, Gunther. Might have a chat to you later on, mate. Wow,
as he ranges up on the back of not only Ashley Vediger, but also Steve Wilton, aka Farmer. So, two
Farmer has made a stop.
paddlers.
So this is for position.
Yes.
Okay.
We have Jeff Burst in. We
Okay.
have Jake McKellar in.
Right, so Jeff.
1, 2.
That's about 13, 14 seconds. That won't do it. That's going to cost them big time. So I expect to see Jake
There's
McKellar.
Gonna be some changes here.
Where's Jake McKellar? He's in the pits.
He's out. He's rolling out already. He must have done a cracker of a stop already.
He must have. And so that has seen.
And look at the pack of cars he just comes and finds.
So close.
Now Gunther last lap came out on the end of that train and has not got anywhere.
No.
And we see McKellar now. Pretty sure McKellar was behind, in front of Gunther. Remember before, it was the two Camaros in front of Gunther,
So he's made a net gain there.
He's definitely made at least one position gain there.
Okay, so Jeff Burst, where's Jeff Burst?
Where is Jeff Burst? Oh yeah, 10th.
So is he still in front of them? He is.
He's just coming through the hairpin, heading up to Michael Schumacher S there. He's in behind, tucked in behind Aztec, so that's business as usual just there. I don't think Aztec has been in, has he?
Yes, he has. He has. Luke Crompton is the first of the stoppers.
Got Steve Melling in now. What's this one?
Okay.
Oh, as he wriggles the car, just you can see it moving around under brakes. It's Gil Branson coming in now with that really beaten Camaro in behind, smelling. I'm surprised he's kept that car out on track that long, Gil Branson, because it's a wreck. And I'm sure it's gonna. I'll be happy to see the pit crew. Stephen, how good was that, gentlemen? I didn't count that. That looked fast.
Yeah, Steve-O with a great stop, Davo. It wasn't as good as Gunther's, but it was around the 5.5 second mark, I believe. So maybe 6.
So we've got
worst case
Aztec
scenario.
in.
So Steve-O
no.
getting out in front of Aztec
Davison.
and Jeff.
Yep. Oh.
Can he hold
really?
this? Yeah. That was how good his stop was.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
So, you know, a lot to play out in the pits here.
And the pressure that these two will deliver to the back of Stephen's Asrnz. Oh.
Oh my gosh, this is. I'm going out the back of Steve-O's car here.
We've got to watch this. This is some pretty top end racing here.
Oh, Aztec just gives him a little tickle up on the mid corner to exit there, so he'll want to be. You can see Aztec's urgency to try and get past this because Steve-O settles into his rhythm.
Yeah, he'll make that Aston extremely wide if he settles into that thing.
Oh, how close is it? How close is Aztec putting the nose of that Aston?
And we can see Burst just playing that game. He actually pulled back away from the back of Aztec's car. He's sitting back there, he's sizing the whole thing up and just watching.
Oh, did you see that? It looked like aero wash, Davo. In the middle of the corner there for Aztec.
Yeah, Aztec come way back with it. It was the understeer of the car, eh? It didn't get sideways at all. It just slid back, didn't it?
Yeah. And I just thought I saw it there through that left-hander as well. So Steve-O's doing a great job.
There, yeah. And that might be just enough to keep those cars apart, you know, like.
So I would have thought we'd see John McDonald in any time soon. His margin is.
Well, we're at 29 minutes to go, so it's pretty much on halfway, you know.
Yep. Jeff putting pressure on Aztec.
Jeff has, I think Aztec didn't have the crack quick enough, so I think Jeff's like, well, move over.
I want to turn.
And I'll give me a go.
Yeah.
Go at it. So, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Can we get out of the back of Melling's car again? Cause
Yeah, 100%.
oh, it's Aztec right up beside
He
Melling's
looks
car
like
on the
he's got an
outside.
inside run. Oh, I want to go to the rear. He's
Still
going
on
to be
the
there.
outside.
He's going to stay there. Is he
Gonna
going to live
have
there?
a
No.
Surely not.
No. Doesn't get it done. Steve-O doing an incredible job defending that.
Oh, what awesome racing, and like I called a lap ago, this will be intense. These guys are seasoned performers.
Yeah.
Top end driving, a lot of respect for these boys. They've been racing around each other for years, so
Oh, he's having a go. He's having a
got to
go.
run down the hill. He's on the inside. He's got the nose up there.
Yep.
Who's got the brave pills in? Oh,
Steve-O going to live on the outside.
Oh no! Burst's got a sniff. He's on the outside. Oh, Aztec pass. What a great.
We'll just catch a replay on that.
move. Awesome work, boys.
So it was all about the run off of the right-hander, tucked right underneath. Steve-O defended, but not fully, because I don't think he thought Aztec had a good enough run, but he did. Poked it down the inside. Steven tried to tighten up on him. Aztec in there, a little bit of hip and shoulder, but I think that was all fair and love and war.
Oh, absolutely. And Steven's struggling. He just that half a car with he just let Aztec slip up inside, puts him out in the marbles. Very tough gig out there. Not a lot of good. Burst wants to go.
He does.
Burst can smell the blood.
He does. What else we got happening around? What's our margins? Looking like Jake McKellar down the back here. Not down the back at 14th. He was still putting a lot of heat on Gunther. So that whole scenario of pit stops there has played a massive
Shook it up.
part.
It shook it right up, didn't it?
Yep. Jack's still trying to recover from that poor time stop.
Oh, yeah, Devo, he would be, he'd be cranky at himself. But you know, them's the breaks, isn't it too? And even when you think you got it right, you can make mistakes like that. You know, like. So yeah, tough call there for a few boys. Obviously, we saw a couple of them backing up there, didn't we, Ken?
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
So Neil putting a lot of pressure on B-Dog. Rob out there circulating. He's actually a couple of seconds a lap quicker than Neil that last lap too. Troy, that Porsche has got some serious damage.
Ah, look at it.
And it looks very much like Ryan Gulbranson actually repaired that Camaro, obviously early in the piece. So only 4 guys yet to stop in this field. And unfortunately, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Steve O'Melling with that incredible stop has actually come out and it is classified his stop as not legit. Still saying he's got to stop, so you know, I'm all for one. We need to get him down here and see what his take on that is. And g'day Steve-O, just welcome you down to the booth, mate, in the middle of a battle obviously, but
I'll put in.
yeah, okay mate, so you coming in. Hey, so we saw you with what we thought was an incredible pit stop, but wasn't classified, was it?
Hello? Yeah, I just got told now.
Yeah, so that is unfortunate, mate, and we would have liked to have been talking to you on better terms, because man, your stop was incredible. We watched it, we timed it, it was up there with one of the best. Not sure what happened, mate, but really cool battle we were having with Aztec and Jeff as he comes in and hits the marks.
Yeah, nice and neat, straight up on the.
So that was
straight
even
out
faster.
again.
That was that would be the
Absolutely.
fastest stop.
So, and
And that
Didn't
one
do
is,
any different than the last one.
yeah, and that one is classified.
Yeah. Okay, bugger. Oh, well, thanks,
yeah.
guys.
Yeah, that's a bugger, mate. Hey, head down.
luck,
Best
Stephen.
of luck, mate. We'll talk to you later, eh?
Good luck.
Oh, let's we'll just go chuck Steve-O back up there.
So,
That's ratchet for Steve-O.
oh,
That's,
absolutely, and obviously, as we were just discussing in amongst all that, was how much the inconsistencies in these pit stops have affected the positions in this race. And I mean, like even right up the top here, look at John McDonald. Where's Luke Compton? He's in 6th.
oh,
We've got Mac.
John
we've got
stands to come out here with an incredibly big lead. I've got to grab him. I've got to grab him down.
McIndoe in 2nd, Aaron Enright in 3rd, Mudgee in 4th, Bear Grylls in 5th.
Where is JB?
So yeah, well done from these boys.
I don't want to break your concentration too much here, John Boy, and but hey, just got you down in the booth. Just a bit of acknowledgement on the incredible job you're doing here.
Yeah, this is,
Nobody
the cars are actually really good, so...
No one been able to go with you, mate. The times, we watching the times the whole race, and yeah, there's no one really been able to run with you in the same time bracket, and we seen some incredibly poor stops by the pit crews out there. You know, I think probably we saw obviously still Steve-O with a non-valid one, which was probably one of the best, and then we saw Damien Jones with an absolute shocker. I think what was Jux around 12 or 19 seconds or something?
Oh yeah, there was a couple of really long ones. Yeah, boys having to back up, which is pretty tough. But yeah, no, good tidy stuff from quite a few guys.
Yeah, it is tricky, the pit stops, but it's good because that's what spices it all up and gives the next guy a chance, or gives you a better chance, so...
Absolutely.
It's quite cool. Let's hope my stop goes alright, but yeah, I think I heard over the radio before the BMW manufacturers here have at the home track in Nurburgring, so
Yeah.
they promised a shitload of piss at the end of it, so hopefully
Jesus, this is incredible
we'll-
effort, mate.
we'll drive to that.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, well, look, best of luck on that pit stop. Any indication, can you give us any indication of when that might happen?
Probably, I don't know, 8 minutes to go.
Right, okay, so car feels good, tyres good.
Yeah, car's really good. I was planning to go as long as possible, really.
Rightio. Oh, well, best of luck out there. I think you stand to probably, as long as your pit stop goes to plan. We did see you practice during the week. We know you know what it's all about.
Yeah, unfortunately, most of my practice was in the Merc, so yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, best of luck, mate. I think you stand to come out with a pretty big lead, and I think it'll be just a case of managing it from there. And I'm under no illusion we'll be talking to you later.
Let's hope so.
Awesome.
That's all good.
Awesome job. Well done, bro.
Cheers, guys.
Well, Davo.
Yeah, nice work from John.
Yep. What are you looking at, mate? What can we see?
Absolutely. I'm just looking at a list of our sponsors, actually, and
Yep.
just after that little chat with John, who's just way out in front with a dominating effort. He's going to run that car nearly to the end of the race before he pits. But let's just thank our sponsors once again: GoPro Racing, Hypercube, Web Design and Online Marketing, Outdoor Effects, Spark Cleaning and Taupo, Macado Constructions, Zero Vision Motorsport, New Look Painting, and of course Superior Joint Sealing for bringing the GT4 challenge to Asrnz. What a great race
lineup
it's
of
been.
sponsors, mate.
Yeah, awesome lineup of sponsors, awesome lineup of drivers. It's been a cracker opening first half to the first race of the season.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's great stuff.
So what outside of that, what do we know? We know that there's 4 cars that haven't stopped. John McDonald being one. Nick McIndoe hasn't stopped. I'm picking that the running long may serve the 10 car quite well here, Davo. I know it didn't work so much. Well, certainly stopping early didn't work for some of the guys in the shakedown because they got bottlenecked in traffic. But what we saw with the various pit stops that we've seen already tonight is get it wrong and you can end up coming out to traffic. We've seen that with Jarks, we've seen that with Gunther, Jake McKellar,
Steve Melling.
Yeah, Steve Melling.
Yeah.
So I think if Nick McIndoe, he's the only other guy at the moment. Clearly Farmer and Jeffro further back down there are running 6s, but he is running 6s at the moment. Aaron Enright running 7s, Mudgee 7s, Luke Crompton 6.8, 6.5 for Aztec, 6.3, 6.3, 8.
Yeah,
so
he's up to it, you know. Like,
yeah,
given his current lap times. So and even Crompton, who was in second earlier, is still in 7s. You know, he's not. So although his fastest lap is 5, he's currently hitting the 7 mark. So yeah, interesting to see how it pans out. Tyre wear, look, the guys that have had the least amount of traffic surely are on a better wicket, gentlemen, tyre wise. You know, they haven't had to defend or attack, and you know they've been able to set their own pace. You know, obviously like John, who's run away out in front there. You know, but yeah, and the pit stops, it's been crazy, hasn't it?
Oh. And these battles post pit stops, the likes of McKellar, Gunther, Ashley, BK, they're all still battling, and not a lot has changed there. You know, Damien Jones has actually done a great job. He was back in 15th or 16th. He's now back up to 13th. But got 4 cars in the crosshairs. If he thinks that he can get there, and if we have a look at his last lap time, which was a 6.9, actually the 2 cars in front of him were quicker on the last lap, and then the 2 cars in front of them, BK and Ashley, were significantly slower. So I think Gunther and Jake McKellar are definitely catching the 2 cars in front of them, and they are towing Jarkus with them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's definitely in a good position to actually make more positions before the end of the race. If he plays his cards right.
Yeah, well, I think he potentially gains 2 anyway, possibly through, I'm going to say...
Well, maybe a couple of pit stops up the front there.
Yep, probably Aaron Enright and Mudgee. He probably should grab those guys. They won't be far behind him when they come out because they are... yeah, so they're not... yeah, they're going to play into that. It's interesting to see how long these guys are going to run. We heard John say he was going to go till about 8 minutes. 8 minutes.
So that's only 8 minutes away, but he would want to get that timing on the window closing spot on, as not to miss the window and obviously get a penalty for not stopping. So sometimes you just got to push it to the edge, gentlemen. Everything.
Yeah. Yep.
Even the pit stops. So yeah, just watching Enright actually in the Camaro, the gold Fanatec Camaro, just really keeping it tidy, doing really solid laps, no heroics, nothing special.
Yep, running in the 6s.
Running in the 6s, yeah, nice tidy stuff, and I mean that's what will count towards the end of this race. And yeah, you don't have to look far behind, like you just mentioned a few minutes ago. That battle, that's probably the one to watch. That 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th.
Do you think?
battle.
Do you think that Luke Crompton's going to fall back into second at the end of this once these cars all stop in front of him? I feel like he is, even with the poor stop.
Well, depends what McIndoe stops for.
I suppose it does.
Because McIndoe's doing the times to be in front.
He is. Yeah, they almost mirrored each other's times the last lap, both on sixes.
I just looked at that.
So what's the margin up the road? Luke Crompton to Nick McIndoe would be...
Well, Crompton's just got across the line.
Okay. And
McIndoe's not on the back straight yet. He's just coming through the last couple of the Warstein curve and down onto the back straightaway now in the Camaro. Flat chat, sounds awesome. Looks like a block of soap, but
it does.
Yeah, here he goes out on the back straight now. Flat. Oh no, he's not. He's just in the hairpin. He's way back. Am I on the right man?
So who are you looking at?
Nick McIndoe.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in second.
Yep.
Luke Compton. Oh yeah, no, it's on. Compton's going through the hairpin. McIndoe's not even down to the chicane on the back straight yet, so that's close. That's probably too close for Nick to hold that position, I would say. And where's Aaron? He's sitting there now. Aaron's got to stop as well, doesn't he, gentleman? And Mudgee.
Yeah, Aaron and Mudgee. Yeah.
And Mudgee. So those top three, those second, third, fourth guys have to stop. So it's Luke, Aztec, Jeff, Steve, and BK, and all those boys have stopped. Although I didn't see BK in yet, and I haven't seen Ashley Redigoon in yet, but we may have missed a few.
I reckon it's game on for Mudgee and...
Aaron Enright in the Fanatec car.
Okay. I reckon it's game on for Nick McIndoe and Luke Crompton. I've got a feeling that...
Yeah, no, I think so. I agree, mate. And as we see Luke quickly round up Aaron... Aztec as well. Yeah, no, I totally agree, gentlemen. I think you're right on the money there, mate. He'd want to make a
That was a
cracking
good stop from Aaron Enright. Where does this play him then?
Okay, so he will
Behind
be watching
Jarks.
out for Oh, even he got out in front of those. Yeah, so he has
He
got
got out in front of BK.
BK.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's a good effort actually, because he's had the pace on, and he's got Steve Wilton, aka Farmer, in front of him, who has struggled a little tonight. So he could just range up on the back of Steve's car there. We
Farmer's
don't
actually
have long to
bounced
go.
back alright.
He has bounced back okay. He's settled in. He's out of the traffic too, which is probably going to help him in the BMW, because there's not a lot of seat time like we now know.
Yeah, and he's
Fantastic looking car.
Oh, it's
mind you.
incredible. Yep.
The blue one looks fantastic. So.
Yep. Okay, so that only relieves 3 guys to stop, and I am really, really interested in the McIndoe stop. I really, really am.
Okay, now, so that's put Aaron, I think it's just equalising now, in 8th.
Yes.
Okay, so he went from, I think he was 4th? Yes?
Yes.
No, 3rd. He was 3rd. He was behind McIndoe, and then it was Mudgee.
It was, you're correct.
So, yeah. Okay. Who's in? McDonald's in. What's this stop?
Time
What's
to
this
stop.
stop?
As he pulls up on the marks, and stop. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty good stop.
Did it register? It did
It did.
register.
This is a great stop.
Oh, not that he needed a fantastic one, because he had plenty of space. Yeah, nice work.
So
from,
looking out the
John.
back, nobody really there to think about. Cruising off. Brilliant. So, Mudgee in the pits. I expect to see Mudgee probably fall back to around
Let's watch Mudgee
maybe
stop here.
12th, 13th, possibly 14th, 12th, in between 12 and 14, somewhere around there. Well, that was a great stop.
Very quick, man.
I might have undersold him there.
Yeah, that's Svetiger Gunter going past again. It's the same crew of guys. He's got to take McKellar right in behind him there. I don't know whether that's my internet bugging out there, but...
Okay, so Mudgee's come out behind those guys. Just behind them though. And I'm really curious to see where the McIndoe comes in now. I really, really am.
So as McIndoe holds first position at the moment, McDonald's this is going to be close.
What has happened to Damien Jones? Why has he gone
Disappeared.
back to 18th?
Oh, we've missed that, haven't we?
Or have I got that wrong?
McIndoe stays out.
Stays out.
Another lap.
What?
Mate, it's so close. We have less than 8.5 minutes to go.
What has happened here to Jarks? He's behind Kenny Simpson.
There's no way, obviously, John had such a big lead. He will regain the lead when McIndoe comes in, but the big question is the Cropton car, and he is not far behind.
Picked up on Craig Stonley here chasing Cameron May, so these guys are 14th, 15th. These guys putting in a solid effort. Cam done a couple of seasons with us now, but Craig pretty new to us, so good to have Craig on board in a beautifully presented AMG Mercedes. So, and he's doing a great job. Quite a bit quicker than Cameron in that last lap, so it'll be interesting to see if anything comes from that.
Yeah, definitely keeping May honest there, and like I said, both of them relatively new, but yeah, Cameron's definitely done a few rounds with us and shown us what he's capable of. So yeah, good to see Cameron back actually again for the series. And yeah, welcome Craig. And yeah, Craig looks like he knows his way around a sim rig.
So I've just had a message through on the data, Davo, that car 227 received a drive-through penalty. I'm not sure if that was a track infringement issue. I believe it possibly was. It was. The car 227 Jarkus
The Jarks BMW
completed a drive-through.
hence the drop in the positions. Just watching McIndoe run down the back straight here into the little NGK chicane here as they.
6.5 minutes to go. He's run it tight. He is in this.
He's had to have it. Nice tidy entry. Might have
Very
clipped the
quick.
inside line there a little bit. Very fast. Very racy line in.
Nice, nice. So hopefully he can get this done without any penalty. I've seen Nick before in the past have an incredible race car, and the Arkley's heel has been possibly a little bit of pit stop stuff, just the 1% stuff. The
Okay,
guy's
you're keeping
fast.
on that. Luke Compton just running down into 15 now. He's coming out of the final corner.
Okay, so he's up on the jack.
He's got
3,
it.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Compton passed.
9, 10, 11. Yeah, unfortunately just too slow.
long.
Oh, what a shame, what a shame. But that's still going to
tough
play him
gig.
into a big battle.
It will if he gets out. No, Aztec and Jeffro just spear past the Camaro. as
And
he
he's out in
comes
front of Farmer.
So yeah, well done. Obviously to Aztec and Jeff, and they both didn't have top notch pit stops. Weren't too bad, but
Yeah.
just to get in front of McIndoe there, who we thought might have just sort of jagged it there. Haven't got long to go with only a little under 5 minutes.
We've got 9 minutes 50 to go. The pit window remains 4
okay.
minutes 50. Yep.
Oh, it's a big window.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So we just got just under 10 minutes of racing left in us. So we've got a little bit left to go. Plenty of time for Nick McIndoe to mount a charge on the car of Jeff Burst and
absolutely.
Aztec. So about 1.4 seconds up the road to Jeff Burst now for McIndoe. So hopefully he's going to come down a challenge there. Up the front, John Boy with a comfortable 13-second lead. Geez, we just give him a little bit of camera time there because I don't think there'll be much battling going on there for the rest of the race. So once again, give this guy some props as it looks like Ryan Gulbranson just makes way as a lapper.
I'll tell you who my shine, well, the one that shines out to me right now,
Yep.
with 10 minutes to go, is Steve Wilton.
AKA Farmer.
Look, where is he sitting now? He's started out of the top 10.
Yep. He's currently in P6.
He's had a couple of offs, he's had a bit of a readdress, and he is sitting in 6th position.
And he was the 3rd fastest car on track that last lap. The only guys to go faster was Luke Crompton and,
So, top effort from Farmer.
and Aztec. Aztec doing an incredible job. Still with Jeffro pressuring him there.
Yeah, when does Jeffro ever take the pressure off?
Never. This guy is just relentless.
He is relentless. And can always see some shining light in front of the car in front of him, and is always willing to have a crack at it. He won't give up.
I might just grab Luke Compton down there and just have a quick word, David. Is that cool?
Sure.
Got young Cromley in the box. G'day, Luke. Hate to break your concentration, mate, so do what you do and we'll have a quick chat with you. How's it all going?
Yeah, not too bad, bro.
Yep.
Got a little bit of fucking understeer, but it's alright.
Right, look, we didn't think you had the best stop, Cromley, and
Nah, screwed it up.
yeah, and kind of we were looking at the battle that was ensuing with bloody, I think Nick McIndoe, but his stop was possibly worse than yours, so to speak, and he couldn't mount a challenge, but he did run out there for a little bit. So yeah, you're doing a great job sitting there in second. I don't think anybody was going to be able to run with that BMW John McDonald tonight though, eh? Just too much pace. Yeah. So incredible run from you though, putting it on the front row and then mounting mounting a challenge, and I don't think you're going to have too much pressure from behind for the rest of this race.
Yeah, I'm kind of maintaining the gap. Car's a bit of a handful at the moment, to be honest.
Right, okay.
But, laps are real inconsistent all over the place.
Okay, as you just come over there with a 7.0, which is quite a bit, probably 14 slower than your last lap. But
There's
yeah,
only probably 3 or 4 laps to go. You'd be happy to know, Luke.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, with a little over 6 minutes. So yeah, well done, buddy. Well done so far. Good to be in second position, and good luck for the rest of the race.
yeah, well done.
Yeah, cheers, fellas.
Awesome, mate. We'll talk to you on the podium.
We will be.
Cool.
There you go. Yep. So clearly he's comfy in the car.
Yeah, definitely sounds it, gentlemen. Well done from Lukey tonight. No mistakes, except for a little bit of a slip in the pits, which pretty well, 85, 90% of the drivers had issues in pits, so
Yeah,
well done.
Probably should have given some more airtime to these two boys here, but I just picked up on Mule, Carlo and B-Dog. These guys have actually been in the corner of my eye on the Delta sheets, battling for the best part of this race. B-Dog's car looking pretty beat up, but he's doing a pretty good job, although Mule looking like he's got to run down into turn 1. Big under brakes down here. B-Dog
that's
steps
way
aside.
big.
Can he pull it up? He does. So we actually were there for that. So well done, Mule.
Huge.
Window is now closed.
Props to Mule on that. I
And
know.
that B-Dog's Porsche looks awful.
It does. It does.
Looks like a drop pie, mate.
But we'll have a look at the back of Carlo's wagon here, and we can see how bad it is in the front. Yeah, Mr. Plough.
It is. It's had better days.
Oh.
That one. Oh, he's way deep out in the marbles there, but regathers it. The Porsche just backs it off. Lets that.
Far out.
You can't say he's not trying.
Yeah.
Right? Like, look at that.
Yeah, more wheel work than a bumper
mate.
car.
Look at it. And look at it. It looks like a bloody bumper car too.
yeah.
So, yeah, well done from big job there.
Yeah, well, if nothing else, he wasn't far away from meeting the judiciary with that bit of a dive under brakes. But well done, B-Dog, for giving Carlo the battle. But looks like Carlo might have the measure there.
He does at the moment. There's still a couple of laps to go, so anything could happen there by the looks of it.
Jeffro's still mounting a charge on Aztec.
On Aztec, yeah. I don't we've seen those two cars together the whole race.
Yeah, we have. I don't
So,
think there's going to see much change out of Farmer and Nick McIndoe at this point.
No.
And Jeffro just dropping off a little bit through there, just sort of a little bit of push or understeer, if you like, through that last section of corners. And Aztec just looking a little bit tidier through there. I don't know whether sitting behind Aztec for so long's put Jeffro's tyres in the front, but
Yeah, and interestingly, you sort of make that that comparison there too, because like we were only just talking about Aztec earlier in the race and how he was sliding the car in, you know. So
yes.
now we see him here later in the race when the tyres are a little tired, and he's cool as a cucumber, he's smooth as. So obviously, you know, calculating, you know, like his wear and the risk is paying off. And look, Jeff, with all that pressure the whole race, and still behind the Jim's mowing Aston. So yeah, well done to Aztec actually, 3rd position. No surprise really. That top 5's quite close together. Oh well, John's out a little bit, but Lukey, Aztec, Jeff Burst, and Nick McIndoe are all fairly close. Oh, and that's Farmer actually that's ranged up right behind him as well. So yeah, top work from Farmer. Definitely
Yep. So I
got
mean,
the handle.
yeah, he has. I don't think we're going to see much change out of that, though. I'm still looking at the Aaron Ashley and Jake McKellar battle because
It's tightened up as well, yeah.
it has. Jake sort of was kind of looking inside outside on Ashley a couple of times there, so
Yeah.
maybe.
The cars look fantastic. It's just that road guide and tyre rubber that the cars build up over the hours racing. Looks fantastic. The model, the sim looks great. The boys obviously enjoying these GT4 cars. We've seen plenty of action tonight for round 1 of the Asrnz Superior Joint Selling GT4 Challenge, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
It's been a great race as they wind down.
Oh, Bear just out there looking like he'd like to take that Jim's mowing contract off of Aztec for.
Well, he's got these. It looks like he's already got the ute painted up in the correct colours.
Yep. So Steve O'Melling, he will be gutted with that pit infringement earlier because he's bounced back to 13th.
Yeah, tough
Okay,
gig for
Tornado's
Stephen.
on the final lap
Yep.
now.
I
Give me
just
what
seen
you can.
BK in the pits, so just trying to. He's gone. BK is gone for the night.
Okay, so he may have had a connection issue there.
It's a shame for the Pussy Cam car.
BK was running in 15th at the time there, so
Relinquish that
unfortunate
to
for the-
Jarkus.
yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, that'll be Jarkus and obviously
And he's
Craig.
got Craig Stoneley behind him, pressing on.
Yeah. So it's Jono's coming around for his last lap. That BMW has looked solid
Davidson.
all race, gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, we'll give him a bit of fair time here because he's done absolutely nothing
Looks
wrong.
fantastic. Yeah, mate, solid as. Guy's cook as a dog. He's been in the car for about 5 seconds before the race started, and just goes out there and smashes it. So yeah, what a performer. Nice stuff. Come down to the final sections of the track up to the Schumacher S.
Throws the car in there still looking like he's got
Yeah.
heaps of
Oh,
confidence in it.
Yeah, like he's doing a bloody qualifier. We've got Luke Compton actually just rolling out of the hairpin just in behind him there. So that, these guys aren't that far apart, really.
No, it's still only 13 seconds, so it hasn't really changed since after the stop. I think that John's probably just maintained what he's got. You heard Luke Compton saying he was just monitoring the gap back to Aztec.
Yeah.
I don't think he was overly concerned there. There's a 6-second margin there, so Jeff.
And we also see Jeff and Aztec separate a little bit, and obviously just settle in for these final couple of laps. So yeah, nice work as the boys run down to the line.
Yeah, so well done to John McDonald there as that car just lets it go through, so that car won't have to complete another lap. So
Anita has finished
Yeah,
right.
nice race, nice race.
props to
golf claps
John
all
Wood,
round.
100%. We'll just flick back on Luke Crompton, just getting a little bit sideways for the crowd on
Yeah,
final
showing
corner
off.
there. But that's a solid effort for Luke Crompton, P2. Good to have Luke Crompton back in the series. He's a guy that when he is racing at Asrnz, he's always there or thereabouts, so he puts a lot of pressure on himself, but only because he knows he can deliver. And then we just pick up on Aztec. And
Who, with Jeff Burst
Jeff,
in tow,
Yep.
like they were hitched trailer to car,
Yep.
all race.
Yep. And then Nick McIndoe backed that up as well with a 5th place. Steve Wilton, aka Farmer, in a bloody good 6th. Ashley in a nice 7th with Jake McKellar close behind in 8th. Gunther Rowe in 9th. And we got Mudgee coming home in the 10. So Mudgee will be happy with that. 11th for Bear. And then a hard charging Steve Melling in 12th. 13th for Cameron May. 14th for Craig Stoneley. So Craig Stoneley actually got Damien Jones in the end. So well done, we missed that.
Yeah, look, Damien actually did drop again a little bit of inconsistency from Damien. Unfortunately, he's still struggling with either his kit or that BMW. But yeah,
Yep.
good work, Craig, the newcomer.
Yep, Nick Davidson comes home in 16th. Kenny Simpson, Nick Davidson, 16th. Kenny Simpson, 17th. E-Dog on the beaten up Porsche. Does a good job to bring that thing home in 18th. Actually brings it home ahead of Mule, so that changed again. So Mule in 19th.
Oh, so here you go. I wouldn't have thought that.
Why did Aaron Enright end up back? Is my data wrong? Aaron Enright back in 20th. What happened there?
Have they stopped?
I might have got so. I don't want to discredit there in case my telemetry's robbed some of you guys' positions, because in my counting, Aaron was a lot further up than that. So
He was way higher than that, actually.
yep. So we might have some bad data there. Wow, what a race, Davo! What a race!
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, what a great way to kick off the season, mate.
Oh, incredible. Yeah, so that might have been some bad data, because I see Aaron Enright's gone to number 1 on the list there now, so I clearly think that was probably just the way that it shook out.
It's a little bit all over the place at the moment, so as the boys roll back in...
yeah, one of the prerequisites at Asrnz is that they must drive the cars back in, so not really something to factor in this one here, because fuel's not limited here, but yeah, certainly the guys will always want to make sure they've got enough fuel for an out lap, the race, and an in lap.
Yeah, there you go. First round, Nurburgring for the Superior Joint Sealing GT4 Challenge, gentlemen.
Yeah.
What a way to kick it off, mate.
Yeah, it was bloody awesome. Some highs and lows. Once again, a little surprised to see, and I know how hard it is, to see some inconsistencies around the pit stops. I thought after the shakedown, Davo, that there'd be a lot more guys
on point with it.
So to see some of them around the 10, 12, sometimes even closer to 15, 18 seconds, I'm a bit shocked, but heck...
it surprises both, yeah.
Yeah, but I do know how hard it is to get it done, so, you know, I don't want to discredit those guys. It is a hard thing to do, but...
That's right.
Man, I suspect there'll be some practice in that area this week.
You know it. Okay, you should get one of the boys down here. Who we got?
Do you want to start from P3?
Always, mate, always.
So that'll be Aztec?
You go. Yep.
Right. No, we've just got our P3 place getter down on the box. Aztec, you there?
Hey, how's it going?
Well done, mate. What a bloody tough battle you had all night.
Yes, just really poured pressure on.
He doesn't let up, does he?
No, I did a lot of looking backwards for it, to be honest.
No, it's good. Yeah, no, we actually watched the battle off and on pretty closely, mate, and just saw the way your car, or the way you were pedaling it, changed across the race. You know, you looked like you were slipping around a little bit earlier in the race, and then got really smooth as you sort of got towards the end, which obviously the tyres required. You just need to be so smooth. So yeah, nice work, mate.
Yeah, no, it wasn't too bad. Got a little. Yeah, you're just overdriving, I think, a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Certainly I was anyway.
Well, we saw you sliding the car early in the piece, mate, and we sort of wondered how that was going to play out for your tyre. So really, really cool to see you driving the car so straight at the end and actually pulling a little bit of margin when it counted in those remaining laps. So that was well done.
Yeah, no, it was good battle with Jeffro. It was fun.
Yeah,
top work, mate.
The irony,
well done.
Again. Good stuff, mate.
The irony's in the you and Auckland and Jeffro down in the Waikato and Hamilton there. It's like seeing a Jaffa in your mirror, effectively. But yeah, well done.
You'll have to explain that one to me later.
I will do.
I'm from Australia.
Yeah. Yeah. No, well done, Aztec.
Cool. Thanks,
awesome,
man.
brother.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Oh dear, yeah. A Jaffa's like it's like a candy, mate. Like
I know what the Jaffa is, but why do you?
Well, they call the Aucklanders Jaffas, right? And
okay.
Which is a little bit the ironic thing is clearly Jeffro's in Hamilton and Aztecs in Auckland, so it's the wrong way around. But all he saw in his mirror was orange. Anyway, so
dear.
looking for P2. Where is
Yep.
Mr. Cromley? We'll grab him down here
We better get him down here.
and give him a big a bit of a golfer's
Yes,
clap for
yes, golf
Cromley.
claps all round.
Well done,
Yeah,
mate.
done,
cheers,
Luke.
fellas.
Yeah, that was a good effort, mate. Just sort of mentioned right at the back end there, it's really cool to have you back in the series, back at Asrnz, and man, you know you're always there and thereabouts. So cool to see you back, and a great result, first one up.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Bloody hell, that mill was quick out the gate, man. I tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be on the ball next week, eh? And you'll have to keep up with it. So
I'll try.
Yeah.
Bit of a shame about Josh.
yeah.
Yeah. So not really sure what
Yeah.
happened there, but
I
obviously
think he had a wheel malfunction.
He had
right.
a wheel malfunction. Yeah, we did see him drop. We just wondered whether it was his internet or not. But there you go. Yeah, that's tough for Joshy.
Yeah, but no, you did a great job, comfortably in second. Be a little bit of searching for what it's going to take, maybe for next week for John if he comes out the same way. But mate, you know, you'd have to be happy with that as an opening effort. That was bloody stellar.
Yeah, wrapped, mate. It's much nicer finishing up the front. No.
Yeah, yeah, true that. No, awesome to be able to have a chat with you, Luke, and mate,
And I'm sure we'll have a few more across the season. So
I'm under no doubt. That we'll be talking again soon, mate. So hey, look, enjoy that. Hopefully you enjoy a little bit of the stuff on the stream, and we'll talk to you later.
Yeah, cheers, fellas.
Cheers, Cromley.
see you, mate.
All right, okay, Davo. Should we get cometh the man, cometh the hour?
It's like
We'll go and get him because he probably
he's
wants
on-
to go to bed.
he probably does.
He probably wants some fucking Vicks on his chest and a cup of
Yeah.
hot chocolate or something. But congratulations to John McDonald. Hey, JB.
Hey mate, how's it going?
Jesus, mate, you sound bad, but you drive
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, that was quite good because I was nice and warm. Normally I get too hot driving, but I think when you're a little bit crook, you want to be warm. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed that one.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, good car. Car looked fast all race, mate. Stellar effort, especially with you being so quick, mate. So
Yeah, no, I hope the racing behind was just as good. I know a few of the boys had some issues at the end there. Near the last lap, I think. Jeffro's car started warping around, and so did
Yeah, it
Aaron.
did.
So did
I saw
Aaron.
it.
So
Yep.
not sure what was going on there, but hopefully
Yeah, so
they
we couldn't
survived.
understand that either because we saw Aaron drop back to like 18th or 20th and we weren't really sure what was going on there. So
Yeah, but from what I take from it, they thought they were still racing too. So well,
Okay.
they were still racing. So
okay.
but just the rest of the field couldn't really see where they were. It was a bit unpredictable, I think. But
Oh, well,
Yeah.
let's not take away from while we got you here, mate. That was just an absolutely stellar effort. You know, flag to flag. Just even that opening lap, we noted that you made 1.2 seconds on the opening lap, and it was, I think Davo called it. You know, you were basically stomping your authority from early in the piece, and you just didn't let up. From what we could see, we were just watching your consistent laps, and I think I made comment right down to I think the last lap, David, wasn't it, when we saw him come up to the Schumacher S's and just throw it in there.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, right to the end.
yeah,
And
I drove it at full pace the whole way.
And it just looked like you had
Yeah.
confidence in the car and the tyre and what it was going to do, which is a little bit strange considering you've just jumped in with this manufacturer. So
Well, that's right. It was all right. I wasn't too sure of how it would handle, but it did everything fine. It's not really my driving style, but at the end of the race, I really felt quite comfortable in it, and so yeah, it's looking like it will be a nice car to drive.
yeah, there'll be a bit of head scratching going into next week, I think, mate, because I think that's a bit of a shock. And like we just heard from Cromley, it was unfortunate. So we'll send our condolences out to Josh for obviously a hardware malfunction or something, because it would have been nice to see how Joshy went tonight. But
absolutely.
outside of that, there's nothing taken away from that because, yeah, clearly just a dominant victory, John. So well done. Good start to the to your campaign.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks.
All right, mate.
Yeah.
We'll let you rest up and recover. I'm not sure if you're going into the office tomorrow or what, but hopefully you get better soon, mate. And we'll talk to you over the weekend.
All right. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Sure, see you
Awesome.
next week, John.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, bro.
See you, mate.
Well, Davo, there you go. That is round one, Asrnz GT4 2020, sponsored by Superior Joint Sealers. Mate, what do you take of all of that as a recap?
Mate, exactly what I'd expect. Obviously, everybody new to the cars, there was always going to be some hiccups, and we saw them. You know, so particularly in the pit stops, the format's changed, mixing the whole thing up. Clearly, that's what the admin are looking to do: is mix the racing up as much as possible, and mix the fields up. And it did that tonight. It delivered, mate. Gentlemen, what a great way to start the season.
Yeah.
And there's plenty more to come. We've got 9 rounds. We've got Monza, another CP race next week. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens there. And
Yeah, 100%. And I'm really
another horsepower track. So
yep, I'm excited for it, mate. I just think, like the racing here is incredibly good. It's incredibly hard to know where to look at times because there's so much going on. But
there is.
we appreciate all the views, and this will get uploaded to YouTube, guys. We will link this video to YouTube. So if if you have watched it on Twitch, thank you. If you're gonna watch it on YouTube, chuck us a like and a share and a comment. Looking forward to the coming rounds. I can tell you that our master producer / editor / everything, Davo, is going to jump on the cameras at some point in the next couple of weeks and actually have a fang around with the cameras, which gives me a chance just to have a bit of a yarn, and Davo actually shoot some bloody lenses around the place, which will be really cool. So looking forward to that too, Davo.
Yeah, keen to have a crack at it, at least on practice nights over the next few weeks to get up to speed with it. So yeah, awesome new things coming in the future.
Yep.
Heaps of more great racing as usual. And so keep an eye on Twitch.
Yeah.
And keep an eye on YouTube.
Yep.
Keep an eye on Asrnz, and we'll see you next week. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, awesome to be calling this one with you again there, Davo. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, mate, and I'm already looking forward to next week, mate. So
absolutely.
I'm going to sign off. So yeah, cheers, mate. We'll wrap this one up and catch up next week.
Next week, viewers. See you then.
See you then.